This is an exciting trade for a young person because it's not just about sitting behind a sewing machine or cutting fabric all day. The scope of work is so varied, whether it be shade sails, awnings, or into industrial canopies for four-wheel drives and off-road caravans and camper trailers, into boats and marine trimming. You've got in-factory, hands-on machinery work, you've got design, computer design and output.
How do we go?
It's a challenging and rewarding trade. It's so custom. No one's telling you what to build. You're thinking of it. You're designing it. It's your brainchild to see that come to life from a pile of fabric on the floor that you might not see go up for 3 weeks, and then go out, fingers crossed it's all working, and it goes up well. It's almost like the surprise at the end on Christmas Day, the present pops out of the box. You don't know what it is until you hang it up. Standing back and seeing the end product is incredible.
Our customer base are what's called textile fabricators, and we have a skill shortage. We have gaps everywhere in the market at the moment, and we have employers looking for people who are keen to get involved with fabrication of textile products. We do have an ageing population too, mainly because we lack awareness. Young people don't often know we even exist, our industry, so they assume everything's imported, whereas a lot is made still here in Australia, and we'd love to see young people come into the trade. The pathways for an apprentice, once they've qualified for their trade, there's any number of paths they can take, but within the own company, the employer can offer production management up to general management, even becoming a shareholder and director of the business. That we see that as quite common pathways. People coming into our textile trade do not need any prior experience. There's on-the-job training as well as formal qualifications available through TAFE. We rarely see people leave the trade, and it's the culture that keeps people connected and inspired, and it's a very tight-knit industry.
I started doing a job driving the truck, sweeping the floor, just a general hand. And about 6 or so months in, my current business partner, Greg, he said, well, what are we doing with yourself? Where are you going? Why don't we make this official and do some proper training? So signed up and did the apprenticeship, learnt the trade, got involved in all the different products and aspects of the trade. Really enjoyed it. Did that for about 5 years. And niggling in the back of my mind said, I really wanted to be a carpenter. So I left this place, did that, got my trade, working for myself, and came back to give this business a hand. Greg again tapped me on the shoulder, said, well, what are you doing? Would you like to come back and run my production for me? That went on for 10 years as a production manager. Trained trainees, apprentices, did some big site work, won a few awards, had some fun in the process. 3 years ago, we joined up and became a partner in the business, and now general manager, and looking forward to continuing the next chapter. The type of person that this trade would suit perfectly, the young person that's always got their hands busy. If they're of a creative mind and good work ethic, they'll fit in well. They want to build that go-kart, they're in the metalwork room, the woodwork, they're on a sewing machine already. They just want to build and do things with those hands and use the mind to solve those problems, and are already coming up with the next greatest thing to build.
Does it matter where the pieces are cut when we put it on the table?
Yes, yeah.
As an apprentice, I go around from the different areas, so eventually I'm going to move forward to the sewing. I help with the plotter, I help with the welding. I would say to people looking into this industry, it's definitely a captivating industry. I find it's very mentally stimulating, so you never get bored. This job's given me a lot of financial independence, and it's changed my year for the better. It's really made it.
Coming in these doors, I sat down and asked for a job to free my weekends up. It was literally just a job. It was just a job. Never thought that I'd be behind a sewing machine or working with textiles, not for a minute. And now I'm in it, I couldn't see anything different.